trust is like this magical experiment that I'm going to do with some liquids. Actually, it's not magic, it's science. I'm going to take some water from this container, add a little bit of blue solution to it, and trust me, it's going to do some amazing things. A little bit of blue solution. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And stir it up. And you can see that it's the color blue. Now, when I take this blue solution and add it to this other container, this other empty container to it, it will change color. Watch as it changes color. See? Pretty amazing, huh? Isn't it? That is the color green. Now I'm going to pour it into this next container and it will change color again. And you can see it changes into a different color. Now it's yellow. And I'll pour it into this next container and it'll change color again. Back to teal it goes. First it was blue, then it changed back to teal. Pour it into this next container and back to blue it goes. Well, this isn't magic, but you trusted me that it was going to do something different because I know I've done this 1,000 times and I know what it's going to do. Actually, the science behind it is this is a carbon dioxide indicator, which I put into here, and this also tests for acids. Put a little bit of acid in here, it changed color. Put a little bit more acid in here, it changed color again. Put a little bit more basic solution, which is the opposite of acid, in here, it changed color again. Put a little bit more basic solution in there, and it changed color again. So that is the carbon dioxide test indicator, which is science. However, you can trust that it's going to do the same thing every time because you know and I know, and I've done it 1,000,000 times, and you trust me that it will work. Although some of you may not have trusted me, now you can because you can see that it will work. Another trust experiment that I'm going to do is called the propane cannon. This propane cannon is an interesting little device which was created by a guy on YouTube. And what a propane canister does is it creates fire from a little propane that comes out, and then there's an igniter right here that makes the fire. Well, if you get a little tube, then you can make that fire go along this tube. Get a little tube, hook this tube up to the propane canister, and what it does is something that's quite amazing. There's some science behind this too as well. What happens with this canister is the little tube will have the propane go all the way along through the whole little tube until the very end. Now at the very end, I'm going to hook a container which will collect some of the propane in the container. Now as I make this little propane canister work, I turn on the propane, and inside the canister there's the tube collects some of the gas, and out it will come on the other end. So as you collect this gas in this little tube, the fire will go along and then come out the other side. What happens in the end right here is it collects some of the gas, and then a big flash occurs. Pretty amazing. However, this is something that can go for quite some time. You can continue to make the canister work. And I've done it hundreds and hundreds of times, And I know and I trust that it will work because I've done it so many times, I know exactly how to do it. Trust is something that can be built up over time. And this propane cannon, as well as the magic liquids, is something scientific that proves that trust. One more. There we go. All right. Thank you. That is our demonstration on trust.